I don't know which way I'm talking to him. I'm Colin Worthington. Our guest this morning is Dr. Julie Post. She was appointed president of West Georgia Technical College back in April of 2021, so she's been there for about a year and a half, and a lot of things going on in that short period that she's getting to be part of, and I think she's plenty excited about it. The foremost, what we're going to talk about this morning, ribbon cutting celebration for the brand new Carroll campus. Many of you have seen it, I'm sure, as you drive down the bypass here. Celebration takes place at 10:30 a.m. Thursday. It's August the 11th, and that address is now called 500 Technology Parkway. It's a new $66 million campus, includes 4 buildings totaling almost 150,000 square feet, and will replace the campus that has served Carroll County since 1968. That one's only about 1,200 square feet, so it's a big jump.
Yes, it is.
All right, and members of the public are invited to attend this ribbon cutting, and if you're planning on it, going to that new facility, you probably want to learn where some things are. This is a good opportunity for you to do that this coming Thursday. Dr. Pope, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here today.
Absolutely. We've got this coming up on Thursday. I guess take us back to how it all started. I remember hearing the phrase landlocked about
Yes.
the current facility, which is just off Noonan Road here.
Correct. I clearly wasn't here when all this began, but I can surely see and understand why we're here and what we're doing. We're right across from the prison there, landlocked on that corner, and some very aged facilities that the college has spent a great deal of time trying to just, how shall I use the term, Band-Aid together so that we could continue offering the best coursework for students. So it's time. It's a great thing. We are incredibly thankful that the General Assembly afforded us the $66 million to move this campus to a new location, as well as the Development Authority of Carroll County for donating the land. So we're excited to open a new place that actually is more reflective of technical education in this day and age, and giving us the opportunity to expand all of our current programs, add a couple of new ones, and replace some very aged equipment with a lot of new high-tech stuff. So it's very exciting. We're having a big party on Thursday.
Are you already able to consider new programs? Or you guys want to wait till you get in there first? Have you already added new programs for the new facility?
Yes, sir. A couple of new programs that have gone in is commercial construction, carpentry, and plumbing, which has been a great need here, and there has not been the space in the former facility. So we're excited that those will be starting, and we'll be growing them from there and seeing how they work out. And as we do in technical education, we try to pivot based on the needs of our business and industry. So we are always open to hear the suggestions. We are workforce development driven, and the jobs for our students are the most important thing for us to accomplish.
When does the fall semester begin?
Monday.
Next
August
Monday.
15th,
Yeah.
It starts Monday, so it's a lot going on in the next few days. Students should be excited to walk through those brand new doors.
Any guesstimation on number of students this year? You see the numbers going up or staying?
I hope that they're going to go up. Right now, we have launched a new student information system, so some of our numbers are causing some errors, but we are cresting towards being at least flat. I feel like at this point in time, we've stopped the bleeding of the decline of enrollment, at least at West Georgia Tech. We have opened up mini-semester registration now during fall and spring, so we love to give those students the opportunity at the halfway point who maybe couldn't make it in August, couldn't get their documentation together, their financial aid, whatever might have held them up, to have a second opportunity. So we usually gain another 250 students then. So I'm looking forward to our enrollment being up slightly. The job market is definitely it's a deterrent for us when there are
So many
jobs that
open.
are abundant, then people don't go to school. But right now, the jobs that are needed to be filled, they require our skills training. So come join us.
Dr. Julie Post is president of West Georgia Technical College. The big story today is they have a brand new facility, which will be open on Thursday. The ribbon cutting's on Thursday, a big shindig, as you've said, and there'll be food then, I'm guessing, or at least punch.
Well, maybe.
Okay.
You'll have to come to find out.
10:30 ribbon cutting, and it's you know where it is by this point. It's right off the bypass there. Parking's always a big issue with everything, but I'm thinking you guys have plenty of that
Plentiful.
as well. Good deal. You talked about some new classes that you guys will be able to put into action already this semester, and I think later on in the program, perhaps we can talk about financial aid and things like that, how people can take part in that if there are grants to apply for. I'm sure there's targeted student enrollments where certain grants will benefit them. We can talk about all that later on in this show. But again, this first segment, at least, we'll talk about the grand opening of the brand new facility, $66 million facility. And what are some of the? Will it have a restaurant or a place to eat or anything like that? Because I mean, if you're there for 2-3 hours a day, you get hungry. It'll have vending machines.
We do have student break areas with vending machines and places for them to lounge and relax, which is beautiful. And they can charge their phones and they can study. We have a wonderful library with great, private places for students or groups to meet to study. And we're not that far, around the corner from. What is it called right there? I can't believe I'm missing it.
It's Chick-fil-A's up on the corner. It's Chick-fil-A's down the road.
Yes.
Everybody knows that anyway, too. So,
yes.
But I mean, I imagine. I mean, I guess the property around you. Do you know if that's commercial?
So the rest of the technology park that's there and available.
I mean, is it all technology park, or is
I'm not. I don't know what the chamber has in store for that, but I know that they are looking for people to occupy that space. Exactly what that'll be, I can't speak to. You'd have to talk to them, but we're anxious to have new neighbors, of course.
We you talk about the jobs, and you guys try to cater the education to the jobs that are big at that time. We're seeing prices go, or we're seeing houses going up. I mean, people are. I think we've got like 5,000 houses planned for Carroll County here for the next 2-3 years. Construction, obviously, that's one. I mean, are you talking to construction leaders, and they're telling you, "Hey, we need people"?
Yes, they come and approach me all the time about it. Electrical, plumbing. Carpentry, commercial construction, project management, all of those things are always being brought to our attention. So we'll be building a new advisory board for that program area and looking for those people to continue to give us direction. All of our programs have advisory boards that encompass leaders from the business and industries in our area. We utilize that in order to continue to make our programs drive in the right direction to support them. Workforce development is absolutely our number one priority. We're part of that circle, keeping the economic vitality of an area by training the workers that can work at the companies and continue that circle. So we want to support them. That's our job, and we're always looking for advice and information that can help us do that.
Are you guys out of the building on Noonan Road? Is that going to stay open for a couple of days, couple of weeks?
So we are not immune to the supply chain challenges that everyone is facing. So we do have some equipment that we're still waiting on. So there will be a few classes that will still be in there for the first couple of weeks. And then we hope by the end of the year to have all of our surplus equipment out and things moved to other locations that we need to. So,
do you know the future of that building? I believe Carroll County owns it, right?
No, it is owned by the state.
It's owned by the state, okay.
All technical college properties are owned by the state, but I do know that a request has been made for it to return to the county, but that will be between the State Properties Commission and in the county. I know that request is there, and I support whatever is best for Carroll County.
I think I jumped the gun on that. I had that idea in my head that it belongs to Carroll County, but not yet.
It's okay. No. I think they originally donated it, so.
Okay, and then before we do take our break, classes will still go as normal at the Waco location?
Yes.
That'll still operate?
Nothing's changing on any of our other campuses.
Any cool future things for the Waco campus?
I'd love to talk about our Spark the Flame that's going on right now. On our Murphy campus, we do not currently offer any industrial programs, and it is an industrial area. So we have just launched the architect design for a new building that will go up on that campus that will help us house 40 welding booths, which is a big need out in that area. And we will be offering commercial truck driving out there, as well as enhancing our lineman program to support all of our EMCs in the area. So it's exciting. The design is exciting, and it's good to actually bring some industrial programming out to the Haralson County area.
And I believe Haralson County, there's an industrial complex they have that's a business they've just signed on a business out in Haralson County. I think they're going to bring like 100 employees at the I can't remember what the place is, but it's in Buchanan. I mean, they just brought a business in from Atlanta that just set up there that I'm sure will benefit from from that. And welding, underwater welding. I mean, I remember when people used to talk about, my dad was a welder. He could weld, and he used to talk about they could make like $50 an hour. You could only work 3 hours at a time or something, but still.
It's insane. We have a diploma program and multiple stackable credentials underneath that for certifications. But oftentimes our graduates are snagged up before they complete because they're in such high demand. I keep saying when I come back in a second life, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Play with fire, right?
I wouldn't mind being a truck driver. I mean, there's something cool about that. I guess
As long as you don't have to drive in Atlanta.
Yeah, good call. As long as you learn the detours and the secret
Right.
secret turns. But as far as truck drivers, still very much in demand right now.
Yes, our program is full and we have a waiting list constantly. So we're looking for ways to add cohorts in Carroll, to add this in Waco, and then we're still searching for places in Douglasville to try to launch a truck driving program there. I mean, Walmart's advertising starting salaries on $110,000 a year. You can't beat that. But for us, it's a challenge to hire instructors because we certainly cannot pay them that. So
much, yeah.
it's a balance. We have struggles with hiring employees and instructors because we're competing with industries that are in need. So, we just are doing the best we can. But I can guarantee you when we find people that are dedicated to technical education and serving our students the best, and we pride ourselves in that.
Time right now is 8:42. Dr. Julie Post is president of West Georgia Technical College, our guest on this morning's Community Voice program. Any questions or comments, I encourage you to post them to the News Talk 1330 Facebook page, and I'll take a look at those during our breaks. We'll take our first break right now. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health System and Oak Mountain Academy here on News Talk 1330, FM 106.3.
Is a journey. It's making better choices, even when it's not easy. It's taking care of yourself and the people you love. At Tanner Health System, we're there for you with every step, with primary care, heart care, cancer care, women's care, orthopedics, surgical services, and so much more. We're dedicated to helping you live and feel your best. So let's get on that journey to health. You've got places to be for many years to come. Find us at tanner.org.
As a believer in the power of education, we are called to set the standard by shaping and empowering the minds of future generations through quality education. Oak Mountain Academy embraces this philosophy, which is why my children attend this prestigious school. I am elated to serve on the OMA Board of Trustees, where together we prepare students and remind them to trust and believe in the power to transform the world. I'm Dr. Brian Bain, inviting you to celebrate our 60-year legacy of academic excellence. Visit us at oakmountain.us.
Community Voice, News Talk 1330 FM 106.3. Also on the News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page this morning. I am Colin Worthington. My guest is Dr. Julie Post. She is president of West Georgia Technical College, talking about the new facility, which will officially open up on Thursday of this week. 10:30 is the ribbon cutting, so be there. Everybody is invited to come check that out. What are some of the courses that will be put into that new facility?
So we are doubling the size of our welding, our machine tool, and our HVAC programs. We are tripling the space of our diesel program, and we are quadrupling the space of our precision manufacturing industrial maintenance programs. So we're excited to be able to probably at capacity offer about 1,000 more students in this new campus than in our old campus. So giving lots of more space for people to learn technical programs. In the general buildings, though, we will still have business and accounting, early childhood, paramedic technology, and of course we have our cosmetology program, which, they offer all of those services to the public. It's a fantastic way for you to get a really great haircut at an ideal price and give some people some time to practice on you.
Saw Steve, when you talked about haircut, I saw Steve Gradick look up at me just now. So, yeah.
I'm not sure we could trim your beard for you, though.
That'll be all right. I do have that problem because when I do trim it, I'll always trim too short, and then I mess it up, then I have to start all over again.
Yeah.
Because I'm impatient with it. So maybe I will do that. That's good. I could be. I could set up for one of those classes. Yeah. Let me know how to do that. Dr. Julie Post, our guest. You mentioned the class before the cosmetology, and then I distracted myself thinking about a haircut.
Paramedic or emergency services. We're also offering CNA, and we have full biology and chemistry labs to do nurse preparation classes. So.
I was going to ask about nursing because that's also one that's in demand, a job that is in demand.
So we offer nursing on our Waco campus and at our Coweta campus. We currently do not offer the full associate degree nursing program at our Carroll campus. Unfortunately, plans were made for the buildings before I got here, but we will look to do that. But certainly all the coursework that you need, it's a competitive program. So you have a litany of courses that you have to take, and then you're in a pool to get those secure spots. So you can go ahead and prepare right here in Carroll County, and then maybe you'll get into one of those precious seats on our Murphy campus, which is 20 minutes down the road.
Sure.
So,
did you guys have to, or did you implement a lot of online classes during COVID? And did you maintain all those? Did you keep all those?
it's been a real challenge balancing that. Of course, we did have to make the switch to a lot of online learning. However, we are a hands-on technical college, so we powered through. Welders still came in small groups, everything that requires that hands-on work. And of course, the clinical work that is necessary to become a nurse or a surge tech or a rad tech. For every doctor, you need 12 to 15 people to support them, and they are more than likely trained at a technical college, and we're proud of that. So we just worked through all that, but some classes have remained online. We have some students who are still not ready to fully immerse themselves back on campus, but we are encouraging that because it's certainly a better learning environment. But the mix for that is a hybrid where you're only there one day a week or for a couple of hours, and the rest is facilitated online. And so we offer all of those. Full online classes, fully on-campus classes, and hybrid. We try to do the best that we can so that we can meet everyone's needs.
Do you feel like there's a pride among the students? Because you think about our local colleges and Bulldogs in Alabama. There's that pride for Crimson Tide and for the Bulldogs. Do you see that within the student body? I mean, they're wearing the colors, the Golden Knights colors, and things like that to class.
It's a different environment. I think when people make the choice, they make the choice because it's a financially sound decision, and they feel as though they have a direct path to a career, and that might be their need. I always say the joke that I don't know how many people are going out and buying their child a West Georgia Tech onesie when it's born, as you do when you go buy your Bulldog onesie. Go Dogs, right? But I do know that when people graduate, free of debt or with very little debt, and a job that we have 50 programs that will garner you $50,000+ a year, and we're proud of that. That's what people, I think, are grateful for.
And you did have a summer commencement, I guess, about 2 weeks ago, week and a half.
We did. Just for summer, we awarded just under 500 degrees, diplomas, and certificates. About 150 of those students chose to participate and walk across the stage.
And they were a rowdy crowd, too. I mean,
they were, and it was full, and everyone is excited to be back in person to celebrate. Honestly, it was really full in there. It was very energizing. And, with every commencement, it truly is. These people are oftentimes, 60% of our students are first generation. They're changing the trajectory of the rest of those that come after them. And their families are really, really proud. And it's just a great place to be. It fills my student tank up and gives me that energy to keep going and keep fighting for more and bigger and better.
You guys offer GED classes as well and give that test at the end. Does that... how many of those students that you think that get that GED, they continue on to technical college, much less West Georgia Tech?
So we do offer all high school equivalency training right now. That's GED in the high set. And then there's some actual additional opportunities kind of start out with some credit that you already have. And so the state is really coming up with multiple ways for students to earn their high school credential. And so we do that in all of our communities. And we're looking to grow that. That took our hardest hit during COVID. If you have struggled to read, it's not something you can learn on your own. And so we're trying to bring that back and get more into our community and get more face-to-face with that. But yes, you can earn those, and yes, we do the testing for that. And it is probably an avenue we need to do a little bit more work with in order to get people enrolled, but only about 25% of our GED graduates actually enroll at West Georgia Tech. But we're always looking to try to make that pathway clear for them. The GED program itself, or any of the high school equivalency program, now incorporates an IET component to it, which is, an individual education training thing where we're trying to give them another skill when they're done as well. So that might be something as simple as forklift driving, OSHA training.
As simple as forklift.
Well, I mean, it's just shorter term training, but what we really want to start to do is help to get them dual enrolled in some of the programs that we have as well, to get them kind of hooked in to see what it's possible. It really is.
I do want to talk about dual enrollment a little bit, but how about the high set? That was new to me when I saw the graduation.
Yes.
I wasn't familiar with that. What is that?
It's just an additional way to earn that isn't your high school equivalency. I mean, it's not the same as the GED. It's just a different avenue that takes into consideration some credits that you may have already earned while you were in high school before you dropped out.
Okay, dual enrollment. We hear a lot about that. See hundreds of students locally that are taking advantage of UWG or WGTC. How popular is that with WGTC?
Oh my gosh, it's very popular with West Georgia Tech. Every single one of the high schools in our service delivery area participates in dual enrollment with West Georgia Tech. So we're very proud of that. There are, I believe, we're up to 42 classes now that you can take at West Georgia Tech that will automatically transfer to any university or college in the university system. So that partnership is strong. So students can take that. Sometimes we offer them on their high school campus. Some of them come to our campus to take any of our career tech programs. It's just, it can be done any way, and we support all those ways. The state actually opened up option B, which we term option Bravo because we don't particularly like it to sound as a second choice. It should be a first choice, where you can earn 2 certificates, a diploma, or a degree and get your high school diploma at the same time.
By the time you're in high school, you really wouldn't have to go
You
further
really
after
wouldn't
that.
have to.
Yeah.
You could, but you would not have
Sure.
to. So the opportunities are limitless. And we want to do everything to give every student a place to learn and take them from wherever they are and get them to where their end goal is.
Does that dual enrollment, is that available now as a freshman?
In certain situations it is, but they have removed some of the funding for that, and they really want people to start in their junior year unless they're taking technical courses. So, sometimes we do complicate things, but we try to do the best we can at West Georgia Tech to make it as easy and understandable and ensure that the high school counselors understand it as well.
All right, before we do take our final break, is it westga.edu? Is that the website?
Yes, sir, and we will be streaming that big celebration on Thursday live on our website at westgatech.edu as well.
Good deal. All right, time right now is 8:52. We'll come back with about 6.5 minutes, conclude our program with Dr. Julie Post, who is president of West Georgia Technical College. Again, we are promoting the big event coming up Thursday. They're going to cut the ribbon on that brand new campus, which is just off the bypass here in Carrollton. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health System and Oak Mountain Academy on News Talk 1330, FM 106.3.
Health is a journey. It's making better choices, even when it's not easy. It's taking care of yourself and the people you love. At Tanner Health System, we're there for you with every step, with primary care, heart care, cancer care, women's care, orthopedics, surgical services, and so much more. We're dedicated to helping you live and feel your best. So let's get on that journey to health. You've got places to be for many years to come. Find us at tanner.org.
I'm Michael Flynn, Oak Mountain Academy class of 1978.
Katie Flynn, class of 2010.
Justin Flynn, class of 2014.
Logan Flynn, class of 2019.
And I'm Marnie Flynn, current teacher at OMA.
My uncle Richard Orm Flynn, a founding father of Oak Mountain Academy, had a vision to see students become confident leaders who hold a faith-based value system in an academically rigorous environment. We are proud to celebrate 60 years of fulfilling my uncle's vision.
Our family invites you to visit the campus or oakmountain.us today.
(854). Welcome back to the WLBB Community Voice here on News Talk 1330 FM 106.3, streaming live online at newstalk1330.com. And this morning, we're on the News Talk 1330 Facebook page. We do have a question here. Dennis McGork, not related to the healthcare field. How does one get into or apply to attend a business administration course? What are high-level requirements, and can it be structured for someone working full-time jobs, like the hours 8 to 6? And thanks. Julie Post, Dr. Julie Post, our guest this morning, president of West Georgia Technical College. Did you get into that question?
I definitely have an answer to that question. You can apply online. Do you need your high school transcripts? Just to ensure you can, we use those to determine the assessment level for you to go in. And with the business field, you can pretty much do it all online. So we have evening classes and a lot online if you work 8 to 5. So that is an easy thing, and we would love to help you out with that.
Good deal. All right, Dennis, hopefully that was helpful. This is the 20th year for the Black Tie and Boots Shindig, and every year you guys bring in a big artist. It's a fundraiser for the school system. Is that coming up soon?
That is coming up. It is September 16th at 6 p.m. It is our 20th anniversary. So we are excited to kind of celebrate the number of years that we've been offering this event in the community. We have rising star Mitchell Tenpenny scheduled to play, so he's dropping an album the same day, so it's pretty exciting for West Georgia Tech to be a part of all that. This past year, we netted $85,000 in profit that directly affects our students with scholarships, any institutional resources that we need to actually support our programs. And then the big one now is gap funding. Some of our students will have financial aid, they'll get HOPE, and there's just a little bit left. And we as a state agency, are not allowed to hold them in those classes. So we utilize that gap funding in order to keep them enrolled, retain them so that they can reach their final goals. So this year, our goal is $100,000 net profit. We still have sponsorships available, and we're housing it this year at our Callaway Conference Center, which is going through some renovations right now. So it's going to be a great night, and I can't wait. Hope that we can see as many of you out there as possible.
And as far as getting tickets, they can get those online right now,
You
you
can
think?
go online to westgeorgiatech.edu. It's right there on the homepage, and go ahead and give us your sponsorship.
You're mentioning sponsors for that event. You had some big sponsors that we'll recognize in the new facility, right?
We are so blessed in this community. Southwire has named our precision manufacturing lab and given us quite a large donation there. And Haas, who is the manufacturer of many of the machine tool equipment that that you see in all of those labs, has named that particular lab for machine tool. And then our friends down the road at Carroll EMC have gratefully donated and are naming the canopy out at our CDL range. So thank you very much to those companies that support West Georgia Tech and the students that we try to educate and graduate and get back into their companies.
All right, wrapping up our program with Dr. Julie Post. She is the president of West Georgia Technical College. And just want to refocus again, remind everybody, in case you tune in just to this segment, the new facility is opening up officially on Thursday. There'll be a ribbon-cutting ceremony at 10:30. The public is invited to attend. Anything else you want to make sure that we know about that facility and that day? I mean, school starts on Monday.
Yes, it's an exciting time. We'd love for you to join us.
Mm-hmm.
We have the governor will be there, and it's going to be fun.
You'll get tours, right? You're going to give tours for all those
Yes,
facilities?
there will be students, and you'll be able to direct you through, and you're welcome to walk through every classroom and check it all out.
Very nice. Is that going to be open to maybe talk about the dual enrollment? I mean, are any high school students going to be able to attend that day?
I'm not sure if anybody will be there because they're back in
Oh,
school.
let them out. Yeah, I think Carrollton starts till Friday, maybe. So maybe Carrollton.
You may be
students.
right. You're right, but Carroll County has already started.
You're right.
So
Yeah, so they're not going to let them out for that, though.
probably not.
All right, you want to give a big shout out to anybody?
Anybody?
Yeah, like say hey, Ashley Copeland.
Ashley Copeland. We're so happy she's joined us here. She's great, and we love her, and she's just fantastic.
Yes,
West Georgia
brand new
Tech. Thank
marketing.
you.
She probably sends out about 3 or 4, even when there's nothing going on. She's sending out she's finding
She
things to
is.
send
It's
out.
great.
Yeah. All right. Well, Dr. Post, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And good luck with the new facility, and I hope everybody gets a chance to check that out. If you don't see it Thursday, I mean, you're going to see it eventually, and and how it grows, and learn about all the new programs that will be offered out there. And we'll slowly watch the traffic on Noonan Road probably disappear a little bit, too, over the next several months.
Yeah, it's just going to move down the road a little bit.
Very cool. Tomorrow morning's program, I believe we have Sarah Claudia Tillman back in this seat, so she'll be bringing a program that starts out tragic and has a happy ending. That seems to be her motif. She'll have that tomorrow morning at 8:30 here. And then on Thursday, I got Dr. Mark Albertus, superintendent of Carroll County Schools, or Carrollton City Schools, rather, sorry, because they head back to class on Friday, or maybe Monday. And then Friday on the Community Voice, we have scheduled right now, I'm supposed to speak with the Chief of Police for the City of Temple and Officer Jim Hollywood. We'll see, confirm if that program is still in store. Time right now is 8:59. This has been the WLBB Community Voice program on News Talk 1330, FM 106.3. Have a great Tuesday, everybody.